Good evening and welcome back. I just finished my 3 CD Christmas tunes. There's a 3 CD back. And I didn't realize I still had one more left. It's Bing Crosby. Yeah, so that's where that is. So if anybody saw the start of the Flames Blue Jackets game, saw a pretty darn good tribute to Johnny Gaudreau and Matthew Gaudreau. Quite touching. Well done to the Flames for putting that on. This ceremonial face-off. Sean Monahan was in tears, understandably so. Whew. Go watch it. If you can find it, go watch it. It was very good, very well done. So yeah, I just had to say that. Yeah, the two ideas that I had for my question today, they are now on the list. I'm good until Christmas Eve now. I am good until Christmas Eve. I don't know I don't know if I'm gonna have one for Christmas Day. Probably, but I'm not there yet. So actually, I just thought of something. So yeah, I just thought of something. So there we go. Anyways, one of the tunes that popped up is up on the housetop, and it kind of reminded me of going to school at Willow Park Elementary School in Leduc, Alberta. I don't know how many of the classes ended up in the library. I know it was some of us older students, like the grades 4, 5, and 6, were in there singing away and requests thrown out there. Those were good times, man. Yeah, it was a good time to be a student at that school. It was a good time to be a kid during the 80s, Christmas time in the 80s. My goodness. It was just the innocence of it all way back then. No, it wasn't so much a countdown to Christmas as first putting up the tree, having your old dad put up the lights. Well, the lights always came on first. It's like if they put them on last, it looked sloppy. Lights came on first. He just had to do it a certain way, otherwise the type of fake tree would just put the branches in individually as you went up. Oh, that was a good tree. Those were good trees. You always say they don't build them like they used to, but the one I got out here is the 7-footer. It's just as good. I mean, there's one at Dad's house that he puts up. It's just as good. I mean, it doesn't do anything overt. Just tree. That's it. That's something I live here. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah. Yeah, back then, like in the 80s, he'd put a little string of lights around the bay windows at home. Before he just thought of putting the tree up, is like, yeah, well, that's how it goes. There might have been a couple other things added. I can't remember. In the dining room there, you have this little big long sign, Season's Greetings. And I always think of seeing the Count Von Count of Sesame Street sticking out his head, extending his hand, saying Season's Greetings. Strange, but yeah. My goodness. I don't know. Christmas Eve growing up, I think, was funner than it is now. Other than nieces and nephews were getting to be my age, my sister's age. So their memories will be like 23 years from now. It's like, they'll be like, oh, I remember when, and this and that and the other were. Back when my sister and I were growing up, it was like, we had a couple of our cousins, they were trying to make up knock jokes, and it's like, yeah, we wanted to hang with the adults. You know, it wouldn't be hard pressed to see 20 to 30 people in there, like cousins and aunts and uncles and grandparents. Oh yeah. Plus other extended families, like, yeah, that happened. You know. 20 to 30 people, that guaranteed. Those are the kind of memories I grew up with. And then it just, I don't know, it kind of didn't do much visiting after that. Once we got in the 90s and the 2000s, they didn't really visit anybody. Stayed home. Christmas Eve came, Christmas Eve went. That's it. And there we go. And there you have it. So yeah. I don't know if I could put on Bing Crosby after I'm done with this. No, what the hell? It's only 9:30. I could probably pull it off. Screw it. I'll do it. Ha! See, I'm not playing anything off the phone this time because, well, need something different, right? Right. No, I got a fair bit more Christmas CDs stuck in my storage locker in Edmonton I'm still waiting to get at. I don't see that happening anytime soon. Now that winter's set in. Yeah, I said that. I said that. But anyways, I had Burl Ives. I think I had Elvis Presley. Time Life Treasure Christmas. Both Volume 1 and Volume 2. A few Christmas tapes. Yeah, a few Christmas tapes I recorded off the Christmas tunes I recorded off the radio. Who remembers the Canadian Tire ads from the 80s and 90s? Save like Santa and give like Scrooge. Oh yes. Oh yes. Those were fun days. Oh yes. Yeah, so I think that's about it for now. So, anyways, it's in the meantime and in between time, stay tuned to the next one.